Hey there, Lacey here with the Sweet Pea Chef, and I'm not sure if I've told you this before, but I'm not a huge fan of cardio. I really don't like it. I try to avoid it whenever I can. In fact, I've lost over 50 pounds 3 different times in my life without cardio. Now don't get me wrong, I've also used cardio as a method for losing weight, and I've tried that out too. And I've also done my fair share of mud runs and 5Ks and walks and sprints and treadmills and all of that. But overall, it's really not my energy source when I'm trying to lose weight and get into shape. And the cool thing is it actually doesn't have to be. But for the longest time, I thought cardio was the only way that you could lose weight. That you had to run yourself silly at the gym, burn tons of calories so that you could eat those calories later. But actually, that's not the whole story, and there's a bunch of other more efficient ways and more enjoyable ways, in my opinion, to lose weight and to keep it off. So let me share with you those and let's get started. Number 1 is eat clean. They say abs are made in the kitchen, and that is absolutely true. You can do all you want at the gym, but if you're not eating well at home, and if you're not choosing healthy foods, you're really working against yourself in the long run. Following a clean eating lifestyle, meaning choosing lean proteins, vegetables, and legumes, eating clean is gonna reduce your inflammation, and it's gonna make it so much more easy for you to lose weight and keep it off, because you're not gonna have all that processed junk just taking up space in your body. Instead, whole foods are gonna keep you feeling fuller longer. They're gonna be more nutritious, so you're getting more out of them. In fact, after I had my 3rd baby, Hunter, I lost all of my weight and then some using just clean eating. I wasn't even doing any physical exercises at that point. Now, strength training is also key. I cannot say enough good things about strength training. It's really changed my life. It makes me feel strong and motivated and in charge, and I can always compete with myself to improve. So I shared in a few other videos my press and pull workouts in my home gym, and I've talked a little bit about the benefits of strength training, but in a nutshell, it's amazing. Not only does it help you to be toned and feel BA, it'll also help you burn calories for up to 30 hours after your workout. So you're gonna have a higher metabolism, and you're gonna just have all of that strength training working in your favor all day long. So that's super awesome. And that's compared to cardio and high intensity interval training, also known as HIIT as well. You're just not gonna get that long, sustained metabolism like you do from strength training. Drinking water is a key element to weight loss. It keeps you full, it helps you reduce inflammation, it energizes you, and it helps you lose weight. And I said in my video on how to drink more water, you wanna aim for drinking half of your weight in ounces each day. So I weigh 140 pounds, I aim to get half of that, 70, in ounces each day. And then you can add in some extra if you're exercising. Anytime you feel hungry, drink some water. It is so good for your body, it's good for your skin, your hair, it's just such a great thing to add. It is the number 1 thing I do when I'm hungry, and it's so helpful to just keep from snacking all of the time. I always have a water in my hand. Eating at a calorie deficit is also very important to weight loss. You aren't gonna lose weight unless you're eating at a calorie deficit. That is true. And the whole reason behind that is the more that you allow your body to burn up stored fats instead of the food you're eating, the more you're gonna burn that fat and the more you're gonna lose that weight. And if you really don't know how many calories you should be eating to lose or gain or maintain your weight, check out my video on how to calculate your macros, which will explain that whole process for you. That brings me to intermittent fasting, which if you've seen my videos on what I eat in a day and intermittent fasting mistakes and just all of my health related videos, I talk a lot about intermittent fasting because of how beneficial it's been for my own weight loss and my own personal journey. So in addition to eating at a calorie deficit, choosing when you eat your foods and how often and how frequently will also have a dramatic effect on your weight loss. So in your fasted state, your body will burn your stored fats. So the more fasting times you have, the more intermittent fasts, the more weight you'll lose. That's also assuming that you're eating at a calorie deficit and you're also choosing clean foods when you do eat, but it can have a super huge effect because it'll keep you from snacking all the time, which is a big no-no if you're wanting to lose weight. Plus, having smaller windows for when you're eating will help you keep at a calorie deficit as well, because it's harder to eat a lot if you're just eating in small time frames. It's been huge for my weight loss success. If you followed me for a while, you know I use meal prep prep a lot to help maintain my weight and to lose weight because it allows me to have a plan for what I'm gonna eat. Not having a plan is really setting yourself up for failure because you don't have anything to go to in those times when you're hungry and you're tired and you don't wanna make a whole meal out of fresh, healthy food. So choosing to meal prep your foods ahead of time when you do have time and you do have that energy so that later in the week when you're tired and it's after work and you have hungry kids and you just wanna eat and go to bed, that's when you can pull from those meals and you can stay true to your goals. I have a whole playlist on meal prep ideas if you're looking for some good inspiration. So protein is huge for weight loss. If you watch my video on the 7 foods I eat every day, many of those are very high in protein, and that is for a good reason. Protein is so valuable. So if you watch my macros video, you know that I target about 40% of my total calories to be from protein every day. And that's because protein does a number of things. 1, it helps to build muscle. 2, it helps to keep you feeling full and satisfied longer. 3, your body actually burns more calories consuming and digesting protein than other types of food. 3, it actually takes longer and more work for your body to break down protein than it does for foods like fats and carbs. And I'm not just talking about eating meat as well. I also get my protein from protein powders and whey powders, full fat dairy. I get it from beans and legumes and dark leafy vegetables. So there's a lot of ways to get protein in your diet without having to just have meat all of the time. And number 8 is possibly the most important item on this list, and that is rest. Yes, it's important to eat at a calorie deficit. Yes, you want to be exercising using weight training. Yes, you want to be eating nutrient-dense, clean foods at a calorie deficit and following your water intake and doing all those things. But if you're not getting your rest, you're really making it so much harder for you. And there's a few reasons for that. Studies have shown that getting less than 5 hours versus 7 hours of sleep each night increases your body fat percentage. So that means you're going to have a harder time fighting off those cravings, and you're going to want to keep eating and you're going to want to snack more because you're so tired. And poor sleep has been linked to higher BMIs, obesity, weight gain, and just overall depression as well. So it's so important to get your rest. So even if I eat perfectly and I do my exercise and I follow all my goals, if I don't get the right amount of sleep, I wake up feeling bloated and inflamed. I gain weight and I feel hungry all day, and it's just no good. Follow these guidelines and check out the 7 foods I eat every day and why you should too, and I'll see you in the next video.